right, Mistrix Elizabeth wrote in, I have a dear little of mine who is coming out of a terrible BDSM relationship with a sadist who physically and emotionally abused her. It's been 2 years and she's now looking to reestablish a relationship with me, her mistress, that doesn't feel traumatic to her. I'm at a loss because I think a power dynamic right now would be triggering for her. She already has a mommy, so I'm at a loss as to what a new role as her mistress would look like. Do you have any ideas? Oh, okay. So first of all, this is a lot for you to be taken on, Mistrix Elizabeth. I just want to empathize with that. This is a lot to be taking on. And I have some questions for you because I have a lot of information that I need that I won't be able to advise you without. So my advice is you need to gather more information. And so I'm going to help you with some questions that will help you gather the information I think needs to be gathered for you to make an informed judgment call here. Okay. The first one, how does she define the role of mommy versus mistress? This is something I need to know. And I think this is something you need to know for your own. You're going, what do I do? I'm at a loss. I don't know how to be with her. What do I do? Where do I go? How does she define the role of mommy versus mistress? Especially at this season in her life, getting out of that abusive dynamic. How does she define mommy versus mistress? In other words, what does she want you to provide that she's not getting from the mommy? Because clearly, she's looking to you for something that she's not getting from the mommy. If she was getting it from the mommy, she wouldn't be talking to you. She'd be getting it from the mommy. The fact that she's talking to you, wanting a dynamic with you, means that she's seeking something from you that she either isn't getting from the mommy or isn't seeking from the mommy. What is that? That makes sense? That's the first question. How does she define the role of mommy versus mistress? The second one, you're saying that she wants to reestablish a relationship with you as her mistress in a way that doesn't feel traumatic for her. My question is, what are the parameters for play or engagement that don't feel traumatic? That's a very broad statement. I want to reestablish a dynamic with you in a way that doesn't feel traumatic for me. Okay, child, can we get a little specific? So that would be what I would encourage you to do. Demand some specificity here. What are the parameters that this child is looking for? You know, what are the parameters for play and engagement that don't feel traumatic? She has it in her head. She has these things defined. Probe until you get her to be specific, because she is the only one who can define this for you. She's the only one who can define this for you. And on the flip side of that question, what are her current triggers that you need to avoid? Yeah, there's an echo in those. Yeah, it's so broad, and kink is a buffet, right? So we have to be so specific here. So basically, on two sides of the same coin is, what are the parameters for play or engagement that don't feel traumatic? And then what are her current triggers that you need to avoid? The submissive is coming out of this. She needs to give you something. She needs to communicate something with you here. And then, you said, I was in this role as her mistress previously. I don't know how to engage with her now. What did your previous role as a mistress look like? And what of these acts, etc., concern you about being potential triggers? Because I think there's already more clarity and specificity in both your mind, Mistrix, and in this little's mind. I just think it's not being verbalized across the board, because you're going, I am concerned about playing with her. I'm concerned about how do I engage with her now as her mistress. So to me, that indicates you're already kind of going through your experiences with her, going, that might not be okay now. That might be triggering for her now. So I think if you were to allow yourself to just do a brain dump, slow down, write some things out, get specific, you might have a better idea, Mistrix, as to some things you need to get more specific on.